I don't think anybody can claim to love the Xbox as much as Stefan. Isn't that right, man?
Well, look.
I actually know this story. I know this story.
Yeah. I think especially when you're 12 years old, that controller goes really crazy. Okay?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
they upped the vibration feature like
And
crazy
the size of the
with that.
controller too, you get like full coverage. Dude, when I was a kid, I remember my grandma got me fool's gold, and I thought it like I brought it to school, being like, "Look, I have a piece of gold," and everyone's like, "Shut the fuck up."
Your grandma called you a fool.
I think I've talked about my rich clown history. My grandma was also a clown, and therefore I was also a clown.
Oh, to be
He
a
also
clown
tattooed
in
my
the
hand.
era of a jester. Does that bother you that we're in a Jestermaxxing, Jester gooning?
It pisses me off that Netflix has Jestermaxxing as a fucking category.
Oh my
I
god!
did not know
really?
that. I did not know that. But what, for
think
those
it
of
was
us who haven't
Netflix.
been on it in a while, what's in the category?
Got to be the campaign, right? What that's what it's called with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis.
Oh wow.
That's a Jestermaxxing movie for sure.
Yeah. Really, anything with Zach Galifianakis, I think, would qualify. And
That,
probably
that
also
guy's
Will
a
Ferrell.
jester.
You know, let me just look at the big pile of assorted DVDs in front of me right now and see if there's anything that would.
There you go.
Arbitrage with
Rob-
Richard Gere, not a Jestermaxxing movie.
Probably not, but
No.
License to Wed with Robin Williams.
Okay.
I
Right?
think
Yep.
would count. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that the
Yeah,
one where he
yeah.
sentences them to 6 months of hard marriage? Or is that, that might be Just Married with Dennis Miller, now that I think about it.
So just going off of the cover, like the DVD itself, he's laying in bed with Jim from The Office and Mandy Moore, and Robin Williams is
wow.
laying between them, and he's got his hands behind his head, and he's a Catholic priest. And he's got his shoes on in bed too, and they're
Not
kind of
okay.
looking at the camera
man.
like, "What's going on here?"
Dream threesome.
And if Jim from The Office is, wait, I don't know if I want to do this with people I haven't talked to that much.
No, go for it.
Let
Go for it.
everybody. Hey, you watched our fucking streams. Man. You
Okay,
understand.
you're 6 inches into Mandy Moore, and Jim from The Office is 6 inches into you. Are you going forwards or backwards?
Oh,
Is-
brother, I'm
is
hitting
he-
the fucking reverse.
Is he making the gym face? Is the
Well,
question.
I guess that depends. I can't really tell.
He's
Your
gonna have
neck's
me
gotta be
in the
pretty
gym
flexible.
I'm moving back slightly and looking back and seeing if he's starting to make the gym face. If he starts to make the gym face, I go forward.
I'm 6 inches in, and I'm shocked because I didn't know that was possible. That's incredible.
Wow.
I was gonna say you two were so dead.
Oh,
No,
I think I'm 2 for 2 on this one on stream, folks. Let's keep the record straight on this.
Yeah, I had Peacock. I paid like $240 to see the new Jackbox movie because I got a Peacock trial to watch.
new
it.
what?
It's
There's a
canceled.
Jackbox movie?
I said Jackbox, Jackass, the Jackbox movie.
Gotta see that. Man.
I got to see what the captain from
Listen.
Joke Boat gets up to in his downtime.
Listen, I woke up an hour ago and played CS until 3 in the morning.
Oh man.
The most I ever got owned in a game was playing Valorant, and I can't remember. Like a teammate said something, and I replied, and I guess he just clocked my voice, and he was like, "Go pay your mortgage, old ass."
Oh my god.
I was like, "Oh fuck."
That sucks.
God, that was all. There was a day I was playing Valorant with Bloody and Chiblee, and there was a very bubbly girl on our team who was like, "Hey guys, how's your day?" And Chiblee cut her off to say, "I'm divorced," and she was like, "Oh." it was so good. Oh man, another bowling story. I went bowling with a group of like 30 people once, and they didn't tell me that their plan was to run out of the alley after playing and not pay.
Oh man.
They bowled and dashed?
Yeah, they bowled and dashed. But I was a broke kid, so I also bowled and dashed with them. I wasn't going to stay there and take the heat. But I left my $100 bowling shoes.
Oh no.
And I couldn't really go back and be like, "Hey guys, I left these here."
Now, interesting. It's a little bit of texture to my my view of Justin that he had $100 bowling shoes.
Listen,
as a
I was
child.
bowling a lot. It was kind of my thing. But yeah, no, it was what was funny was that was in like an affluent neighborhood, and I think that's why you didn't pay in advance. I think they just like trust
Too
you.
trusting, yeah.
I was just in my head thinking, is there a single sport that I can name more than 5 guys from? And I think all I've got is professional Street Fighter players.
Yeah, the like fighting games were I've always been ass at them, but I feel like they are fun as hell to watch. Like watching a fighting game tournament rocks.
It's genuinely the best spectator esport ever made, or that ever will be made. And NL, I got to tell you, man, when you were playing 2XKO, I was bouncing up and down in my seat every stream.
It's like it feels so good when you're in someone else's head, but when they're in your head, it doesn't feel good at all.
Yeah, the tables get turned real quick.
When you're doing the same moves over and over and they always work, you're like, I'm the best that there's ever been. And then you're playing somebody else and you're like, why do they know exactly what I'm going to do?
That's the thing about fighting games, is that they lay your own inefficiencies and insecurities so bare to you. You know, it's like you really need to have a cool head. I think that's a lot of the reason why people don't play them more, is because there's nobody to blame but yourself. You know, you can't be like, oh, my fuck ass teammates. You know.
Yeah. That's why I liked StarCraft. Like I'm big on, like, you know, I've always been like a Counter-Strike head, but there is always that. You know, it's like, oh, I got to get like 4 other people to do a thing with me. That sucks. But something like a single player game is just beautiful. And yeah, no one can get, you can only get mad at yourself.
Right. No, look, man, I'm a big fighting game head. I've spent a lot of my Twitch career trying to get people to fucking appreciate fighting games, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Justin, if I may, you're like the person I've seen be like the most gracious after frustrating losses in any video game ever in history.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
You know, I feel like I do feel like that's a strong suit of mine.
Like,
I always feel bad.
You're usually on Discord with him when he mutes, though, Ryan.
Well, okay,
crazy shit.
Like, I get mad in Cine 2 Nerdle. I'm like, oh, why would... Oh, you played a Spanish movie against me, you nerd? You played a movie that came out before 1990 against me? Like, I didn't realize... This isn't school. I'm saying, like, ignorant stuff like that for no reason.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And I always feel bad because anytime... Oh, sorry. I thought someone joined the Discord, but it was a birthday alert.
You
Justin! I went, who the fuck?
You fixed the alerts.
No, the alert company fixed the alerts.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're finally fixed. It's not Earth Day anymore.
Good.
Hey, let's get some subs going so we can see these new fixed alerts.
Yeah.
Come on, let him pour them in, man.
Let's troubleshoot them.
I have 23 hours on the clock, so I'm chill for now.
Holy. Stefan, we're getting completely fucked, man.
Dude,
What's
I
happening?
can't believe this.
Ryan could take any of these and win. Yeah, whenever I say that I'm tilt-proof, immediately I feel like someone in chat tries to make me mad.
Justin, I think you are the only person I've ever played Deadlock with who has never been shaken one single time.
That I got better. I felt bad. I can't remember who was in the lobby with me, but there was like someone new in Discord. And I may have told someone to do something to themselves on our team. To which they said, I'm not the loser impersonating a Twitch streamer. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm on my name. I'm on my real name.
Oh, no. That is so funny for him to know you, but not clock your voice and be like, this guy wants to impersonate HC Justin. Ryan, watching you play Cine 2 Nerdle is like, it's like watching those kids who can breakdance. Like, I don't even understand the biomechanics of how the human body can do it. Dude, it's really unbelievable.
Can I tell you something embarrassing? I actually wrote down like a study sheet, and I have it in front of me right now. As I was having trouble getting people lost in Will Ferrell so I could get my Will Ferrell win condition. So here's the note that I have written down. It says, I Spy, Eddie Murphy, Owen Wilson, Gary Cole, Strays, Jamie Foxx, Sofia Vergara, Stranger Than Fiction, Dustin Hoffman, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Queen Latifah, Lego Movie 2, Rafe Fiennes. And in between rounds, I open it and I just repeat it to myself like a fucking psycho.
Holy shit.
And
then
I close the book and they play Soul Plane. And I'm like, surprise, motherfucker, Strays. Will Ferrell and Sofia Vergara are both in Strays.
You're like the guy who will like draw the reticle on their monitor.
It
like
feels
right in the middle of the
good,
monitor.
man. It feels so damn good.
That is sick. Dude, they got to make Queen's Gambit about you and Cine 2 Nerdle. That is awesome.
It's embarrassing, but it's also awesome. Every once in a while, someone plays,
sick,
and then the thing is, they like it's an endurance game. Because they get tired of naming movies, they stop thinking of defense, and then they go, okay, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. And you're like, buddy, Michael Cera's in Barbie with Will Ferrell. Like, you screwed yourself, man.
One of the classic blunders is going in against NL in a who can get sick of naming movies first competition. I don't think they're standing a chance.
So I've been getting completely ruined by alerts and conversation just clashing at the same volume. And someone said HC Justin's getting 50% of the overstimulation of a Go Off King stream.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
It was a rude awakening for me last night because it's the first time I kind of realized as an adult that Mad Magazine sort of sucks.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that hasn't aged too well.
I kind of just gave it its flowers as like a comedy institution out of inertia from when I was like 9 years old and never really thought about it a second time.
I read a lot of Mad Magazine as a kid, and looking back, the movie parodies especially, I think, have really not aged that well. The one for Pretty Woman is insane. There's a few that I literally could not say on Streamline. The one for Aaron Brockovich is really crazy.
Let me look this up really quick and see if...
Yeah. Look up what the Mad Magazine parody title for Aaron Brockovich was. And then look up the one for The Matrix Reloaded.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad one.
Okay, well, I found an awesome article that I imagine you've used as a source here. I've only made it to Starless Troopers.
I mean, that one hit. That one really hit.
Wow. Wait, I just found some guy named Doug's website.
Yes. He has like every
dedicated.
Article ever.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, man, the Aaron Brockovich one is pretty not. I mean, it's
pretty bad.
It's a little blunt.
I would say blunt is a polite way to describe a lot of what they're doing. The Matrix one is nuts.
The Matrix one, it's very much of its time.
Well, hey,
absolutely.
The second Matrix, the Fake Tricks Reloaded, that's not too bad. How bad could it possibly get for the next one?
Are you looking? Look more carefully at the name of. They used a different word for Reloaded.
Oh no! They did. Okay, it turns out that's really bad. Oh man. I was like, fake tricks? Why is everyone getting so offended? The point of the movie is that it's fake. Troy Vey is also crazy for Troy. Like they really added a lot to that just to get there. Oh,
man. Appalling 13 for Apollo 13. Okay, yeah, nice one.
Like, what did they do to deserve that? That movie's pretty good.
Those guys are heroes.
Yeah. Okay, Scavenger's Age of Moron is pretty good. I gotta give it up for that.
Broken watches, right? Twice a day, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go again.
I'm not going to sit here and read all of these.
I know, it's so awesome.
It's really tempting to just read all of them, though.
Wait, the American Sniper one is American Sniping? What?
Yeah, I don't understand what it means at all.
My grandma was something of like an Anglophile. She's very into British culture, which is not rare for Canadian women like of her era. But instead of Mad Magazine, she had a subscription to a British magazine that was like Mad, but
was it Beano?
I don't think it's Beano. I think it's Viz. I think chat got it, or Wiz maybe. And I just remember like. You would sometimes be like talking to someone about it and you would be like, oh yeah, I really like this comic that's in it. And you'd say the name and they would be like, well, that's actually the most offensive word that you can say in English, just so you know. And I was like 11 years old reading that while I was pooping at her house.
I was going to say Anglophile. You mean Prince Andrew?
Hi-oh!
Come on. Man. Come on.